This map is something I did, and I drew it based on NASA, the space agency map, which was a geothermal map, showing that by the end of this century, that is what the world will be.
So everything in red is up 5 degrees.
Everything is red, it's uninhabitable. You draw a line level with Paris, and below that, it's uninhabitable.
Okay.
That means 1 billion people left by the end of this century. And what I'm saying, this is corroborated by NASA, the space agency.
Mark called it superstition. He called a lot of that superstition there as well. And this is the fact. For everybody who says, oh, the science is irrefutable, somebody else will say the science doesn't stand up. But let me just talk about people who are affected by this. Not the people on your map, but the people, the coal miners and the communities in America which are devastated and in decline because the coal industry and the fossil fuel industry has stopped. Have you any sympathy for those people?
I have to. I'll tell you if I've got sympathy for them or not afterwards. But the point, the whole thing is, the background of this, the perspective of this is that it's a terrible disaster what's happened if Trump is going as far as this. It's absolutely, you know, America, the most important country in the world with the most powerful propaganda machine ever, and he is stopping the clock so that any progress made in cutting pollutions is now cut back. Meanwhile, he is working for the fossil fuel industry.
Okay.
And I do feel sorry for those people, but there is a way out.
What is the way out?
A green economy, it might not directly affect them at the moment, but if we have a green economy,
invest in a green economy.
It's the only way we'll ever get rich again.
Okay, Mark Morano.
And that's why these people don't want it, the green economy.
Okay, what do you make of what Vivienne's saying?
Well, here's the thing. If you want a green economy, you don't need a United Nations centrally planned global governance, in their word, a treaty that the United Nations has actually said we will redistribute wealth by climate policy. And this is not about environmental policy. You don't need that. If Al Gore is right, if Elon Musk is right, and all these people can go out and make tons of money and be entrepreneurs and have green energy, when people can go to Walmart and buy a solar panel, put it on their roof, that's when the coal industry dies. They can get off the grid. That's when fracking and oil-based companies die. But that doesn't need UN planning, and you don't need to ban energy that works now and that's needed for energy that's not quite ready for prime time, not ready to replace it. And if it is ready for prime time, bring it on. This treaty is not, getting out of this treaty does not prevent that energy from coming forward. Donald Trump showed remarkable leadership. He stood up to the media, to the environmentalists, to all the European leaders. This is true courage. This is what America was founded on, was this kind of bucking the system and not falling into groupthink. So I think Britons and Europeans should be admiring Donald Trump's courage and his foresight here, because he's rejecting superstition.
Yeah, I mean, Vivienne, just a retort to that. I mean, it's going to take him 4 or 5 years to get out of this anyway. It'll still be an issue at the next presidential election in America.
I mean, the fossil fuel industry is subsidised by $30 billion a year in America already. This man is totally wrong-headed, and there's no point in talking to him.
What about us, Vivienne? Theresa May, our Prime Minister, she said she's disappointed in Donald Trump, the way a parent would say they're disappointed. She hasn't outrightly condemned what he's done. What do you think about our record in Britain?
First of all, I would say, well, I'm disappointed in her, except I pay her no attention at all, because, you know, she's another wrong-headed person. You know, I mean, it's madness to try to base our economy on this fossil fuel industry. Two things: it causes climate change, and it also causes poverty, because it's designed in order for 1% to siphon off the money from it. So what we need to do is change to a green economy, and I've started thing to change, and I'd love to tell you about it.
But we haven't got the time, Vivienne.
Yeah, but switch to green energy, and we're going to get half the country to do it within 3 years, starting with the fashion industry. Britain must lead the way if America is going backwards. But,
Okay.
But anyway, the whole world is going forward. He's stopping the clock and going backwards.
We are running out of time in more ways than one. Thank you very much indeed, Vivienne. Mark Morano, appreciate your time this morning as well. Thank you. Thank you.